Hello everybody, it's Jean-Marie. I'm going to make a couple of memory wire necklaces today. Simple string, just simple strong memory wire necklace, one strand with just the rolled backs. You could cut them a little shorter if you wanted to and add some type of chain enclosure back. I'm just going to continue them around and close them off, just so they kind of slip on like a little choker. I already pre-cut my memory wire because it's miserable to cut, and trying to cut it on camera is just totally ridiculous. It's just so tough. So anyway, my thought for this one, I had this little blue tinted, well, I tinted it with patina, but not patina. Was it patina paint? I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it was a little silver charm of a butterfly, and I just added a little blue to it. So, but beyond that, we are going to use our purple nugget beads and our pretty little crystal beryl beads. And I did dig out a bunch of bell-shaped bead caps that I thought fit these pretty well out of my stash, just to give it a little bit of a finished end to these, and some of our little crystals. And that is it for the first one. So my thought is to do something like the crystals are basically just to separate the two strands from the butterfly here. Okay. And then I'm going to do a bead cap and another bead cap after that one, and then a big crystal chunk. And I'm just going to do that all the way around on both sides. Really simple, but I think it makes quite a statement. It's quite pretty. And it brings in those pretty purple chunky beads there that these crystal beryl beads pick up that purple very nicely. So that's really all I'm going to do, and I don't even really know yet how many beads I'll need, so I just pulled out pretty much everything. I did pull out a textured ring. This is actually a ring off a chain, so it's nice and strong and sturdy. It's just some chain I had in my stash, and I just took one of those off to hang the butterfly from. And let me see, I did pull out a couple of different options of chain. So, you know, this is a chain that's also got a nice, strong, sturdy ring to it. Could use that instead, or I thought I had another one out here, but I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. So, and again, I had this one. You could also go ahead and use one of the rings off in the chain that came with our box, because that is also a nice big chain. So you could take one of the rings off in that and use that as well. Something sturdy, just to keep that butterfly from getting pulled off. And I think that's about it. So I think for the moment, I'm just going to try to figure out which direction I want to go with it. I probably should not have put the loop on the end yet. You know, I'm going to grab my other one for now, the one I cut for the second necklace. And I'm going to start by putting my butterfly on and then work out from both directions as soon as I find my tools, which is always a mystery. Alright, let's see what we got. Glitter under my fingernail. Alright, so these are a good sturdy link. It takes a little effort to get it open, so I know it's going to be good and strong on there. And it's just kind of pretty, so it dresses it up a little bit. Oh, goodness, but they are strong. Okay. So I'm going to feed that on first, just to get that into our center section here. And then I'm going to go with both ends. I'm going to put on Should have checked these crystals first to see if they'll fit this wire. Phew, they do. Because I did not check them. Put 2 on either side of this. I'm debating if I want to put them in throughout the necklace as well. I haven't quite decided yet. I almost kind of think yes, I do. Whoop. Put it on, took it right back off. Okay. And that just kind of brings that a place to rest there. Okay. And I'm going to put on a bead cap, one of my crystals, and a bead cap. Same thing on the opposite side. Bead cap, crystal, and bead cap. So this is what we're getting. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. Alright, you could use your pendant that you got in the box too as well here. You know, the long pendant with the bail already attached to it. I think I have mine right here. I have not used it yet, so. But that's always an option too. I don't know. I like it, but it's kind of big. But that would also look really pretty there instead of the butterfly. So that's an option for you. Alright, this is where I don't know if I want to add more crystal, or those little crystals, or let me dig them out and see. Kind of think I do. Maybe just do 2. And then one of these purples. These are drilled so willy-nilly. Let's see if I can find one that's drilled a little better than that. Okay, so add that. And then, the problem with these chunky crystal beads, you know, the chunk beads, is that they are so, they leave metal. You know, you can see metal right there because they don't, I guess once they're all pushed together, though, nobody's really going to be looking at that. So. But I do think I like the crystal in there. So let's do that on this side. If I can get it in there. 1 and 2. 1 and get on there. 2, and then a crystal, quartz, whatever they are, and then 2 more of these, and this is what we're getting. Gosh, that's really pretty. I like that. I do like it. Alright, so now we'll do another series of them. Now that I've got my pattern established, it's pretty easy. It's just going to be this all the way around to the back. Lay it down so you can see it better. Because this ring is big, it's going to free float around on these 4 beads. But that's okay, because once it's hanging on you, it's going to hang central. You could always go with a smaller jump ring if you don't want it to set on the beads. And then have it kind of more in the middle of the beads. However you decide. Okay, so a couple more of these. Again, like I said, it's a pretty simple pattern once you get it established. This one does not want to go on for some reason. Here's the other end of the hole. Gotta have another end, just, you know, it came on the strand. There we go. Not particularly fond of it though. The angle of it shows way too much wire. Let's take that one out of there. That's a little better. We'll save that one for something else. Make earrings or something with it. It won't matter if it's showing that, because it will be a dangly piece. Okay, so I've got that one up to that point. Now let's do this one on this side. We'll find another nice chunky bead. That's good. 2 more crystals. And again, like I said, you could only go so far on this if you wanted. Cut it off here and here, put loops on it, and add, you know, the rest of it with chain in the back. Totally up to you. If this stuff wasn't so hard to cut, that's probably what I would end up doing, but I still might. I like the idea of having a chain closure in the back. So let's see. We'll finish this section up and see what I want to do there. Alright, I definitely want to go one more round. I think. Definitely, I think. So I'm really sure. Okay. So let's do another big old chunk. I don't think that one's going to lay right. Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's try this one. That one I know isn't. That one looks pretty good. Oh yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. I do not sound very convinced, I know. The nugget beads are hard to work with. Okay, I'm going to flip this over so I can do this side. Get out some more crystals. Go through the process of trying to find a decent nugget bead again. Let me grab my other ones I got in this container. That one looks really big compared to the rest. Let's go with this. Is that the hole? No, it's chip. Maybe. I have no idea. Don't love that one. That one's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. I know, I'm so picky. And they drill them sideways instead of through the middle. Makes them very difficult to work with sometimes. That one looks huge. I might be out of luck. Might just have to go with what I got here. Oops, those some beads. Okay, so I think that is going to be the end of this. And then I'm going to finish it up with chain. Let me flip it back over here. That's really pretty. I do like the idea of putting chain on the back of them, though. Okay, so I'm going to try to roll this horrible, horrible wire. And I may have to go off screen to do it, and if I do it, I totally apologize, but this wire is a beast. Oh my goodness. I think Might be getting it. I can't even tell if my pliers are slipping or my wire is turning. I've almost got it. Well, most I'm going to get it under the camera here, I think. I'll close it up a bit more afterwards. Alright. So, last bead. Let's put that back on there. Get all of this moved down to the end. Okay, if I get it to move. I don't know which one is holding us up, but one of them doesn't want to move. Okay, put my beads back on. I seem to have it to the end. Not quite. I think every time I get it there, it slips back. Okay, I think I've got it. Nice and tight. Okay, so I have to go off camera to cut this because my normal cutters will not cut this wire. I have to do it with a little bolt cutter because this wire is just so tough. And then I'm going to try to close those two rings back up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it cut and closed the best I could. It's not pretty. This is the one that I just closed off camera, so I had to try not to crack my crystals, so it was a struggle. And it's not the prettiest loop, but that's okay. It's gonna be hidden anyway. So I dug out some Rolo chain. I was gonna say dig out, and didn't come out right. Anyway. And some jump rings. So I really don't want it to be much bigger than let me see. About there. And then take off a little bit for my jump rings and my toggle. And then cut this in half. Figure out where that's going to be. And it's going to be right there. I can see. It's going to be this ring. It's going to come out. Okay. So we have these two short pieces of chain that are approximately, I want to say 1.5 inches, but we'll see. Inch and a half. Pretty good. Okay, and a couple of jump rings. And bring my necklace back in here. I love memory wire necklaces. I think the choker style of them is pretty timeless. And you can always layer it with something else. You know, you could make something else hang like from a chain that comes down and gets beaded up down here at the end of it. And have like a layered look to it. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm trying to work with this very stiff memory wire because it doesn't want to lay like most things would. Okay, got that one. Okay, maybe if I catch the chain first and then do the other. Not really. Still got an odd angle to it, but that's okay. I'll get that closed, and there's the back part. Now all we need to do is add a toggle to it. And this one is done. So what are we going to put? Something small. Pretty. Get a cute little heart in here. That. I also have this little flowered one. I have this flower. I guess with the butterfly I should go with the flower. I think I'll go with that one. Okay. Now if I can find the toggle bar that goes to it. It's the problem with mixing everything together. I think it's this leaves here. Pretty sure it's these leaves. If it's not, it's going to be. And this would be a great spot to add a dangle at the back if you wanted to. Just to dress it up a little bit, like if you was going to wear this as a choker style necklace with a backless dress. You can make that pretty little chain hanging down the back with a little something something on the end of it, just to spruce it up a little, make it fancy. That would look really cute, actually. Oops, that jump ring did not work out well. Let's see if I can save it. No, it's not too bad. And there is the first one finished. Like I said, you could always add the pendant that we received in the box, any of the pendants that we received in the box. Okay, so I do want to try to make a pair of earrings to go with it. I kind of have an idea in mind, more or less. I'm going to need 2 eye pins. And 4, should I go with ball head pins? I think so. Something that won't fall through the holes. I'm not sure if this will work because it might go right through the hole. We all know how. Oh, it did catch good. That's always an issue, whether or not your pin's gonna catch or if it's gonna go all the way through. Okay, so I'm going to do this piece just like this. And then I'm going to take my round nose and make a wrapped loop on it. Straighten it out and trim it off. Alright, And there we go. So there's one part for our earring. Okay, so now the second part is going to be doing the same thing with one of our chunky little crystals here. And again, I'm just going to make another wrapped loop. I think I'll try to use my fingers. Get into the camera a little bit better than my pliers do. Until it comes time to pull it tight. Okay. Turn that one off. There's a little bit of a snaggle on this one, so I'm going to push it in, straighten it all up. And there's my second one. Okay, so this is for one earring. Now I'm going to take my eye pin and I'm just going to feed on. God, I have glitter everywhere. I apologize for all the little sparklies that are floating around. And just make a loop at the other end of it. A regular old loop. Okay, this is going to go up here. I have no idea how these are going to look, guys. They may come out a train wreck. Alright, what did I do with that chain I had right there? So basically what I'm going to do is kind of something like this. So literally all I'm going to do is cut this chain. Like that. Okay. I am going to attach one of these to either end of it, and I'm going to do that by opening up the opening on these little links. And they are little. Come on. Don't give me a hard time here. Okay. Slip one on. I know I have it opened enough. I think it's my pliers are just in the way. Ah, dang. Okay, I'm gonna put this on first. And put my chain back on. Close that one up. Do you ever do something and feel like, you know, it's just not meant to be? Alright, let's try turning the pliers the way they're supposed to go. Maybe that'll help. Look at that. So much better. Use your tools the right way, Shamari. I think that's the opening right there. It's hard to tell sometimes on these Rolo chains where the opening actually is. Alright, now just figure out where I want it to hang. Kind of want them to hang a little offset, I think. Sort of like that. Open up my end and drop one of those links onto it. See if I like it. Not really. I'm going to move it down just a little bit more. That's pretty good. And close it back up. And there's my earring. That would be pretty hanging in the center of a necklace as well. add another one here with another nugget or another something that came in the box, and that would be a really pretty little center focal for a necklace. Okay, I'm not going to do the other earring here. I'm going to set this stuff aside, and we are going to move on to necklace number 2. Right, so let's get that out of the way. We'll get that out of the way. And move all of this stuff here. And bring out number 2. Okay, now this one we're going to use the 4mm bicones. We're going to be using the hematite beads. I did dig out some silver beads that are about a 3mm, and I dug out some of those little crystal beads that are go like that. I don't know what they're called, just a little crystal I don't know what they're called, just a, yeah, spacer bead. So I do have a bunch of those as well. So my thoughts for this one are, I have this piece that came in the box, and I want to string it on my memory wire so that it's in the center like this. And then I want one of these, another one of these, another one of these, and this. And after that, I would like to go with bicone, kind of do the same idea as this configuration, only in a smaller form. And I think I want to go just a bit longer, and then I'll repeat that. And I need to dig out some more. Clearly need to dig out some more of those little round flat spacer beads. So I'll be right back. Okay, so once again, I think I'm going to start by putting the focal bead in the center. I'm going to string that on the best I can. Get it on there. Get my hematite bead on there. And yeah, that went on just fine, so that's good. So there we have that part. Okay, so let's start with, I honestly don't know if this is going to lay well against that section, or if I need to start with the smaller beads. I think I should start with the bicone portion first, actually. So I'm going to put on a bicone, if it'll go over this wire. There it goes. One of my 3mm silver beads, another bicone, another 3mm silver, another bicone, and then we'll just throw it away. And my last silver bead, is that correct? No, yes, my last silver bead, and then one more bicone. Okay, let's see what we got. Gosh, it would be pretty just to continue it like that, wouldn't it? Really would. Okay, but I'm not going to. We're going to add more. I do love these hematite beads, I have to admit. I think they're beautiful. And it's so nice to see them in something besides black. I love black hematite, but it was really nice to see them in something besides black. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so let's start. Oops, let's start with these first if I dump them everywhere. Oh no, I might have to fix that end a little bit. Bead doesn't want to go on it. Let's see. I really hate to think I have to trim it again because it is so hard to cut. I think I might have to though. The beads are not going on. Oh, maybe. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we got that one on. And that one's got bigger holes, so that goes on just fine. It might be just my bicone beads I struggle with. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that one definitely isn't going to go on. That one slipped right on, so that's good. Alright, where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Set that one up there so I don't keep grabbing it. One as well. There we go. Alright. And then, again, starting with the hematite. Alright, so that would be our repeat all the way up. That's really pretty. Gosh, they both made really pretty necklaces, haven't they? Alright, so let's continue on. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing or not, but it's quite breezy today. As we start to get closer to March, the winds are really starting to pick up now. Which I don't mind. It does help dry up the snow as it melts. We've got well over a foot of snow on the ground right now, so I'll be happy to see it melt. I'm ready. I'm ready for spring. Whoop. May have too many of these that won't go on. Oop, I might have just broke that one. Alright, I'll have to dig out some more of them. Alright. Hopefully we have a little bit of luck. Nope, there. That one went right on. That one as well. Very nice. And I'm not going to do a chain on this one. I'm just going to continue it around. I may go only so far and then just finish it all off with just the bicone beads, just so then the back part of the neck it's not chunky with big beads. That's a look I like to do a lot. Just makes the back part of your necklace not so lumpy and bumpy. Alright, let's turn this over into this side. One of these. Can't believe my cats are actually being good. Iris isn't here today. Jonathan went to camp with his dad, so Iris is with him. Okay, is that far enough, I wonder? Should I just start finishing it with the bicones now? I think so. I think that'll look just fine like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the bicone, the silver bead, bicone, silver bead. I'm just going to do it all the way to the end. Until I can... Oh, that one doesn't work. Until I can get to the point where I can roll some ends. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. I am going to pause so you don't have to watch me just alternate between beads here. Kind of boring. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished that up and very, very brutally closed my end off here. But I'm just going to put a big lobster clasp on this one, and I'm going to attach that with a jump ring. And I think I would like it a little bit bigger. There goes all my beads. That was good. I'm going to need those. Let's see if we can catch some of them before they're gone. Might be about it. A few landed on my lap, but not many. Alright, so I was just about to say I think I want a bigger jump ring, but I think I'm just going to attach it right to the other side. Just like that. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. If my memory wire wasn't so tough and I didn't have such a hard time, you can see I even chipped this bicone bead trying to turn that. Tore all the metal tone off in it, and so I think if I get a little thinner memory wire, I don't know what gauge this one is. Gosh, it feels like it's like 16 gauge. It is strong, but I think I'll go down a little bit and then restring it on a thinner memory wire so it doesn't look quite so beat up here at the end. So I'm not going to make earrings with that one. I thought I would just do a little memory wire bracelet. So this is what memory wire is supposed to be like. Nice and thin. Easy to work with. It shouldn't kill you to have to turn a loop and cut it off and all that stuff. You know, it should be pliable, just like that. So I don't know what's up with that, but it is what it is, and I will continue to use it up because that's the way it is. So let's see what we're going to do with this here. I think we're going to start off with, let's do like 4 bicone beads. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Then we'll add 1 silver bead, maybe 2 bicone beads. See how this looks. Another silver bead, and should we do another section or should we go right to the 4? I think we'll go right to the 4 bicone beads. Okay, so there's that part, and then we're going to do another section of hematite, and I think with these ones, I'm just going to leave it one and then go on again with this. So another 4. I have bicone beads everywhere now, including the floor. Let's see. But at least they fit on this memory wire. I don't have to fight with them. So another 4, another silver, another 2, and a silver. My tummy's starting to growl. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. It's 11 o'clock and I haven't had anything but my coffee, so. 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I like this. I like it a lot. A lot of Saturday morning traffic out here. Alright, let's bring that up in there. See what we're getting. I think that's going to be really pretty because of where it's 2-strand. The other ones should land offset from it, I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll see. There might be too much space between my hematites, but if that's the case, I'll redo it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. A silver bead. 1 and 2. A silver bead. 1. Icicles are dropping. 2, 3, and 4. And I do have a second strand of these 4mm beads because I pulled a strand from my stash that I had that matched, if you're wondering. Okay. So that basically fills up that first round. I'll get my wire out of there. Okay. So that fills up that first round. So I think I want to offset this a little bit more. We'll see. Let's see how it comes out. Maybe I'll switch this next round up a little bit. Make it look more like a 2-strand. We'll do 2, a silver, 2, a silver, and 2. Let me see if I can find some more. I'm running out. Okay, where does that land me? Oh yeah, that's going to land perfect. Now my next section is going to be right here. Yeah, I like that. That one, and that one, and that one. Okay, so now let's dig out some more of these beads from all over the place here. And go 2, a silver, 2 and a silver. And my 2. One of these. One of these. One of these. Okay, so It did not land exactly where I thought it would. It landed pretty much right on top. So, do I want that? I really, really don't. I think I'm going to take it out all the way back to here. Oh, I have two in there. How did I manage that? Oh, that's the other one. Okay, how far back do I have to go now? Decisions. I'm going to go back to here. So, starting my second strand off again, what I've got so far is, okay, so I have 3 sections of the 4, 2, 4 all the way around until I ended with this one. And then from the third point, I'm just going to do 2, a silver, and 2, and then my hematite. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I like the placement of that better already. So you can see I've got the 3 sections of the 4 silver, 2 silver, 4, and then my hematite section. I have 3 of those. And then after my third hematite section, I just went with 2 silver, 2. Okay, I'm going to continue that for the second round, I think. And just see where everything lands. I know they have boards that you can, and sticks and stuff that you can plan this all out on, but I kind of like just playing with it and seeing what happens, and you know, because sometimes you have a happy mistake and you really like it, so it kind of works out well as well. I mean, either way is fine. Those boards and the sticks and all that kind of stuff that you can use to do a planned out one that's going to fall exactly where you want it to fall are wonderful. They really are, don't get me wrong. I think that's, oh yeah, I like that. See, I like how this one's coming out. Okay, so I'm going to finish it off that way. I'm going to do 2, a silver, 2, a hematite section, and I'll be right back. And here is the finished bracelet. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, so let's get some of this mess out of the way. Here, take the bracelet back off. Lay that out. Isn't that nice? Put the necklace with that one. Okay. Let's move that over just a tad here. We'll get the other one in. And put an ear wire on this earring. And eventually I'll go back and make the second one. If you don't like them this long, you could always attach your ear wire right here on the chain. Whoops, help if you could see, huh? And omit this piece here and just hook your ear wire right to the chain instead, somewhere in the middle. It would shorten it up a lot if you don't like the length of this. But there is the earring to it. Okay, I'm going to put these both on a form and let you see them. And here they are, all finished and hanging. Gosh, I think they're really, really pretty. I love the blue one. I don't know, I like them both. It's really hard to pick a favorite. But anyway, here is our butterfly one. And here is our pretty blue. So there you go, guys. Hope you liked this one. Again, as always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you are already, please share. And I just noticed on this one over here that I missed a bead. See how it's supposed to be 2, 2, 2? Yeah, there's 1. So I'll have to go back in and fix that, but you know, that's par for the course with me. So anyways, guys, thank you. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye.